This episode is sponsored by Manscaped and HelloFresh.
Folks, it is hard out there these days for us God-fearing, red-blooded American sports fans. Every year, we just want to tune into the biggest American football game of the year and watch the two most talented teams of big, brawny, sweaty dudes just smash into each other to determine which team is best. But every year, the secular media just has to go and infect it with their hedonistic, dark-sided, sexually deviant halftime show. And this year was the worst of all. Well, okay, maybe it wasn't as bad as that time Janet Jackson flashed a nip back in 2004. But it was bad, and enough is enough. Honestly, I think we should all sue.
It's the American way.
Let's sue them.
Yeah, you just stay broke until you accidentally are a victim of something and then file a lawsuit.
I may be entitled to compensation.
Yeah, you might. Now, thankfully, there are good Christians out there who are willing to do just that. Sue the NFL. Sue for what exactly, you're probably asking? Well, putting us all in danger of hellfire for starters, the most serious crime. And just as you'd probably sue someone for intentionally coughing up a bunch of coronavirus all over you, the NFL has exposed people to sin without their express written consent. And that is a crime or something. And this guy right here, Coach Dave Daubenmire, he will not let this stand.
No, sir.
And Coach Dave is a former high school football coach and current minister who is sick and tired of his beloved sport being tainted. And last weekend's Super Bowl 54, that was the last straw.
In case you completely missed the biggest American sporting event of the year, the halftime show this time around featured Jennifer Lopez and Shakira, two talented and accomplished singers who also, just a side note, look absurdly good for their age.
They look great.
Shakira is 43, Lopez is 50. It's wild.
And they both gave us the full 360.
They did. Both women are in incredible shape. They've taken care of themselves quite well. And their stage antics include a lot of outfits and dancing that you could fairly describe as sexual. But also, who the fuck cares? Change the channel if you're uncomfortable, you big fucking baby.
But I want to see the commercials. Anyways, changing the channel, it seems like the reasonable thing to do. But we're not talking about reasonable people. We're talking about Coach Dave Daubenmire. Here's a little background on Coach Dave. He first gained notoriety back in the late 90s for forcing his high school football players to pray with him at practices and games, which, as the Supreme Court has ruled, is unconstitutional.
Wow. God's law trumps man's law.
He would also read the Bible. He'd urge players to join his church, and he'd send players home with Bible verses to study. If you live in the American South, this should not come as a surprise to you at all.
Yeah, they all know they're not supposed to do it, but it's everyone's in cahoots.
Yeah. It turns out some players and parents didn't like this. Surprise. And the school got him to agree to stop, but he didn't. Nope. And the ACLU ended up suing the school on behalf of the students and parents who didn't like this.
And, like we said, Supreme Court been pretty clear about how this works. So the ACLU, they won, and Coach Dave, he was now under significantly more scrutiny. So after 2 more seasons where he actually had to just coach football and not try to save the souls, he quit. His final season where he just had to, it was football and nothing else, his team was undefeated.
Yeah.
But he was not happy about getting that record without, the involvement of the Lord. So he left. Coach Dave now had his schedule just fully cleared to be a religious zealot full-time. So he formed a group called Minutemen United, who, among other things like burning Qurans in public, they would go and protest local Christian churches that they felt weren't hardline enough on issues like abortion and same-sex marriage, despite being against both. The main one they protested, they're just like, no, we're very much anti these things. We're just not trying to make it our entire identity. We're not trying to focus on it too much. Like, boo. Yeah, so these Minutemen, they would literally show up and disrupt church services and yell at these people for not being hateful enough, I guess. Eventually, they got the courts involved, and the courts, they hate Coach Dave. They decided that Coach Dave and his Minutemen were now banned from going anywhere near that church.
Yeah. I'm just going to venture a guess here and say that the high school that he coached football at during his tenure there probably did away with the annual homecoming tradition of powder puff football where the girls are the football players and the boys, the football players, dress up like cheerleaders.
Is that a thing?
You didn't have that at your school?
No, we did not.
Well, that's because Coach Dave came through Orange County with a lot of words.
I went to a Catholic high school where they do all the religious stuff, but it's totally cool. Like the gym for all the sports teams, it's just like Bible shit all over the walls. I went to get you pumped.
I went to a secular school where men dressed up as women and women dressed up and played football.
Just absolute hedonism. Sodom and Gomorrah.
It was chaos.
Yep.
No wonder I'm a byproduct of it.
Yep.
Now, in more recent years, with the rise of YouTube and Facebook, Coach Dave has become an online minister, very similar to Josh Fierstein.
What's up, Josh Fierstein here.
And that would be, if you aren't aware, the Starbucks Merry Christmas guy that has the tiny little gun.
One of our favorite characters.
Josh Fierstein here. Coach Dave and Josh Fierstein, that is a show I would watch. For all the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Basically, an entire Christian identity built much more around culture war shit and hatred than anything really Christian. That's Coach Dave's on that timeline.
Yeah, the Christian part, it only factors in where it's being like, well, I'm not being an asshole, actually. I'm being a Christian.
Yeah. Trans and homosexuality are particularly upsetting to him. As Coach Dave said in a video a few years ago, he's just so sick and tired of being sodomized by the left.
The left is literally sodomizing Coach Dave.
Well, then why did God put the G-spot up my asshole, Coach Dave?
Anyways, it's not just homosexuality and transsexuality that upsets Coach Dave. It's apparently all sexuality. And on the Monday edition of his YouTube live show, Coach Dave Live, he told his viewers that he wants to sue the NFL because, quote, viewing what you put on that screen put me in danger of hellfire. He says he considers that halftime show to have been pornography, or at the very least, soft porn, and seems especially hung up on all the crotch shots.
I had a raging boner. It was disturbing.
There's crotch shot after crotch shot. Now, by his reasoning, the NFL should have put a warning before the segment, letting anyone know that what was about to transpire is not for kids. Probably could have just taken it like the warning that used to show before the Girls Gone Wild ads.
Too hot for TV.
Warning.
Yeah.
What you're about to see features the hottest girls.
Put the kids to bed. Well, that's implied with the Pepsi logo.
Yeah.
Everybody knows Pepsi is just the most hedonistic company.
Yeah, Pepsi doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah. They hate police.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the NFL, they should have put up a big warning being like, put the kids to bed, everyone. Mm-hmm. We're about to show some pornography in between these halves of this football game. Yeah. But they didn't do that. So, therefore, what happened next was basically discrimination against his beliefs. Mm-hmm. They discriminated against Coach Dave. They violated his civil rights by putting pornography on the TV without even telling him that it was about to happen.
If I wanted to watch porn, I'd just think about Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
And that sexy snake. Well, anyways, this wasn't just seeing some porn, apparently, to Coach Dave. This was the NFL trying to lure young people into pornography and keep Coach Dave from getting into heaven. He made it this far, and he's not going to stop. He is going to heaven. Mm-hmm. Now, by Coach Dave's logic, everyone who's alive today, when they die, they will be turned away once God finds out that they watched Super Bowl 54.
I'm sorry. He pulls the lever. Like, no! It was an accident! They didn't put a warning card!
As everyone knows, God watches the Super Bowl, and he is monitoring.
And he is, kind of controversial, but he's a fan of the Chiefs. Yes, it's a bit racist. But you know who else is racist? Mm-hmm. Me. God.
Anyways, according to Coach Dave, Shakira and Jennifer Lopez, they put everyone in danger of hellfire. Here's a quote from him. I'm not here to tell the NFL what they can put on. I'm not here to tell anyone what they can watch. But they don't have the right in the middle of a game to broadcast soft porn. Were there any warnings that your 12-year-old son, whose hormones are just getting ready, just starting to operate, was there any warning that what he's going to see might cause him to get sexually excited?
What the fuck?
Why are people like this always like putting themselves in the shoes of adolescents getting horny?
Yeah, it's weird. Like, they're acting like I'm the weird one for watching j.lo look good on a football game. But he's the one thinking about 12-year-olds getting boners.
They've ruined this 12-year-old's life. All these 12-year-olds, they got their first boners during the Super Bowl when they should have gotten it by giving their letter jacket to their high school honey.
Yeah, taking them out for a malt.
Yeah, yeah. And then just driving next to a cliffside and, being aggressive towards them sexually.
Doing some necking. Where's she going to go? You're all the way up on this hilltop. That's the right way to do it.
Yeah.
Where are you going to go?
It's the implication.
It really is. It's the original form of that. Like, why? You don't really need a boat. Yeah. Just find a hill that's impossible to get down from without a car.
3 miles up.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where Dave gets his rocks off.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he continues, quote, j.lo is 50. You go on a porn website, you're not looking for 50-year-old women.
How would you know that, Coach Dave?
Actually, I am, okay?
Yeah, there's I see the Pornhub trends that they release every couple months. A lot of people are.
Yeah.
And also, Dave, you say that quote as if you do go looking at porn websites.
Yeah, and he's like, why would I want to look at some 50-year-old lady? I want to look at the 18-year-olds.
This guy's also like 65 and I believe married, so like, what an asshole. His wife's like, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just happy that MILF porn was a big thing when I was a kid so that it could grow with me.
Mm-hmm.
So now the MILFs, although they might be turning JILFs soon, still look like moms to me.
Still moms to me. A side note, Coach Dave's own son was literally convicted a few years ago for possession of child pornography, which is actually bad. So,
yeah.
For whatever that's worth,
sounds like bad parenting.
Yeah, I mean...
I'm sure there's a lot more that went into it, but certainly not outside the realm of bad parenting by Coach Dave.
This guy who is calling just everything pornography had a son living in his house who had a hard drive full of actual CDs.
Why would anyone search for old lady porn when they could look at young, very, very young people, like my son?
Yeah. So anyways, following Monday's broadcast, his hour-long Coach Dave live broadcast. He again streamed, this time on Facebook. He pulled his car off to the side of the road, like a true boomer, and started streaming to further whine about the situation. And he also admitted, actually, he hadn't even watched this year's Super Bowl because he, quote, knew what it was going to be like and didn't want that spirit coming into my house. So it's...
He went out of his way.
Yeah. He said that later he looked up clips and images from the halftime show for like research, I guess. I guess people were like, Dave, what do you think about this? He's like, I don't know. I'm going to have to look into it. I think I might have to look into it a little bit more. Ooh, wait, there was crotch shots? Oh my God. Where? How?
Unzipping sound?
Send me some links of these terrible, terrible crotch shots.
Yeah. At one point, he compares the situation to him hypothetically taking his, quote, 2 very attractive daughters down to a local middle school and having them twerk and pole dance for students. No, they do that in the luxury of my living room.
Yeah.
My sexy teenage daughters, they dance for me and me only.
Also, what is this metaphor, Dave?
Yeah, it's very weird, Dave. You're losing me, Dave. Anyways, Coach Dave is looking for a good lawyer to take his case.
Probably not going to get a good lawyer, but maybe a lawyer.
Yeah, they need an ACLU for God.
Yeah.
And he's looking for other people to co-sign this potential class action lawsuit. What he's not looking for is people to message him actual pornography. Don't do it. But as you would guess, people have, including lots of gay porn. So we look forward to hearing more about how this groundbreaking lawsuit goes, and we will keep you posted.
Yeah, I didn't know about this Coach Dave guy, but he's a great new character. He is he's just so darn upset.
I can't wait to tune into his show live.
Yeah, send him some super chats.
Got a cool link for you.
Yeah.
No, I'm not giving this guy any money. Are you kidding me?
Did you see this? They finally, cause one of his big things, he thought Obama was...
Get a GoFundMe for his kids, except for the child porn one.
During Obama's entire presidency, one of his pet topics was that Obama was not only Muslim, but also secretly gay. Mm-hmm. So you go into his live stream chats, you send him a super chat with like a fucking bit.ly link. You're like, Dave, did you see? Breitbart, they finally proved that Obama, he was a gay Muslim this whole time.
Yeah.
And he clicks on it. There's just big old monster dongs.
Adam and Steve.
Lords of cock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't,
like,
please,
no!
Please don't do that. That is not, for legal reasons, that is not any kind of thing that you would want to do. We do not support that at all.
Sure.
Anyways, speaking of protecting the morals of our impressionable youth, a high school student in Missouri this week, he's in trouble for encouraging his fellow students not to vape.
What?
I mean, that seems fine, right? But school, nope, they weren't very happy with how he went about it. You see, apparently there's already lots of anti-vaping flyers hung up around this school, but Dylan Deering, he tried to really drive the message home by making his own, and here it is.
Pleasuring yourself with vape? Try masturbation instead. Masturbating alone or with a friend is a great, safe alternative to vaping. And
not wrong.
There's the logo for the anti-tobacco group, the real cost, and the school district's logo, and a message saying, approved by student activities.
Yeah.
So it looks pretty legit. School didn't like it, though. They suspended Dylan over this, despite it being a good, wholesome, health-conscious message. Mm-hmm. And much like Coach Dave, Dylan Deering is being persecuted for telling the truth, and it's just not fair.
No. You need to crank it out.
These damn schools.
Yeah, anytime you want to vape, just crank it out instead.
Yeah. It's good for your prostate.
Also, it's way better than most pranks, especially the pranks that have risen out of this recent Wuhan coronavirus situation. Hundreds dead, thousands sick. What better situation to have a little bit of fun, right?
Perfect.
First off, we've got this guy, a Canadian SoundCloud rapper named James Potok. He had a little fun on a flight from Toronto to Jamaica by wearing a face mask and standing up in the middle of the flight to announce he'd recently been to Wuhan and had coronavirus.
Hilarious.
With coronavirus being a global health concern that, again, has killed hundreds of people, the flight had to reroute back to Toronto, and upon landing, James Potok was taken off the flight by police and charged with mischief and breach of recognizance.
Mischief. Yeah, I've been convicted of mischief.
A little bit of mischief here and there.
So this guy, he later admitted that he had done it to try and go viral through a YouTube prank. It's just a prank.
Yeah, but it should have done through TikTok, the China app.
Mm-hmm. Oh. His YouTube channel has less than 1,000 views, and this really could have been big for him, I guess. He told Global News, "Well, I had my camera with me. I was looking to get it up on all the social media platforms. I figured it would invoke some kind of reaction. Not on the plane, more people seeing it on social media going, wow, this kid's got some balls, or this kid is crazy." Well, yeah, James, you ruined a bunch of Canadians' trips to Jamaica during the coldest part of the year. That certainly takes balls and is crazy. Great job.
Yeah, nothing like ruining people's vacation for fun. Meanwhile, this week, a 19-year-old dude in Illinois decided to go down to the local Walmart wearing a medical mask and carrying a sign saying, "Caution, I have the coronavirus," while walking around with a spray bottle and spraying an unknown substance on produce. That substance, it turned out to be Lysol, but nobody else knew that. And after the guy and his friend fled the scene, the Walmart called the cops and had to replace $7,000 worth of products out of caution. Two teenage morons, they did end up turning themselves in, and they now face charges of disorderly conduct, retail theft, and criminal trespass. But at least they didn't ruin anyone's vacation.
Yeah, they just ruined
a bunch of produce.
A bunch of produce. They just wasted $7,000 worth of food. But also, it's Walmart. I don't feel too bad.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for Walmart.
I feel bad for the people who work there who had to just dump a bunch of perfectly good food in a dumpster.
And probably get checked out by doctors they can't afford.
Yeah. Meanwhile, this next thing is not necessarily a prank. It's just terrible advice from a guy who is either lying or doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. A British guy living in Wuhan is claiming to any media that'll listen to him that he actually came down with a serious case of Wuhan coronavirus back in November, but refused to take any antibiotics prescribed to him because, quote, "I don't want to take any medicines." Instead, he says he just drank a lot of hot toddies, which are basically whiskey, hot water, honey, some lemon. Says he drank a bunch of those, and it cured him, baby. So, yeah, if you're worried about coronavirus, I don't see what the big deal is. Just make yourself a hot alcoholic beverage, and that's the cure.
Now, hot toddies are great when you're a little under the weather. I wouldn't use it in the flu scenario.
No. So, yeah, thanks for the advice. And thank you to all the media outlets reporting this story as if it's worth talking about.
Yeah.
Great shit, guys.
Yeah. I mean, like, literally the hot toddy, it's like, it soothes your throat. And
yeah, it's good if you have, like, a dry throat or a very, like, phlegm.
It's not a replacement for any kind of medication. Here's some more questionable advice, though probably not as bad. Cut the bottom off of a big water jug and wear that jug as a mask to ensure that you're protected from the virus. That's what at least a few people have been seen doing. But it's better safe than sorry, especially with medical mask supplies sold out in various parts of the world.
Yeah.
I mean, you won't be laughing when these jugheads survive the plague and you don't.
Yeah.
Bring back the plague mask.
I know.
The creepy one.
What? Yeah, we need to bring back the plague mask. We need to update the plague mask for the 21st century.
Yes. I don't know though.
Keep that big old beak.
Yeah, that's the cool part.
I want the beak.
That's also what keeps you safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Install like a vape in the beak.
Yeah, blow smoke out of it.
Yeah.
Looks way cooler.
In other coronavirus news, U.S. Secretary of Commerce Wilbur Ross was apparently not joking around when he said that the coronavirus might actually be a blessing in disguise if it brings jobs back to America.
It was sent by God.
In a Fox News interview, he said, "I think it will help to accelerate the return of jobs to North America, some to the U.S., probably some to Mexico as well." So, very cool, Wilbur. Way to find the silver lining in this situation.
Yeah.
It's an absolute global clusterfuck, but, it might work out for America.
I'm surprised Coach Dave didn't say that the coronavirus was sent in advance of the Super Bowl halftime show because God obviously knew that it was going to happen.
I didn't look too closely into this Coach Dave guy because it's thousands of hours of footage, but yeah. I am pretty curious what his thoughts on the coronavirus are.
I'm sure they are not in line with anyone who lives in reality. Anyways, meanwhile, it's important to remember that despite the high numbers of dead and infected, the vast overwhelming majority of people in China are doing just fine. They're just very, very bored. But thankfully, some developers of some Chinese hentai game called Mirror, they took to Steam to announce that they'd be giving away the game for free to anyone who visited a website and linked their phone number to confirm that they live in China. Now, much like with vaping, when it comes to Wuhan coronavirus, the healthier option is to just jack off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't go outside. Stay home. Play this hentai game.
Yeah. Or watch our Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah. Look at some anime titties.
Crank one out.
Yeah, crank one out.
It gets the poison out.
It does. It does get the poison.
It does at least as much as drinking a hot toddy.
Coronavirus is stored in the balls.
It's true.
And you need to
Gotta get it out. Yeah, that's
You need to jack off until nothing is left.
That's why old people and children die from diseases and illnesses like this. They can't get the poison out.
They're all stuffed up down there.
Yeah. You hate to see it.
You hate to see it. Anyways, I'll leave a gap here for a second. Actually, no, it's Manscaped.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah, this episode is sponsored by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-belt grooming. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Dudes, bros, fellas, listen up. Valentine's Day is just around the corner, and if you plan on getting lucky, you do not want to be that guy with the big old rat's nest down there. Or even worse, the guy with the Band-Aid on his nutsack. She's not going to like it.
No.
We've all been there. Manscaping is hard, or at least it was, because Manscaped, the company, has redesigned the electric trimmer. The Manscaped engineering team spent 18 months in their Manscaped cave, perfecting the greatest ball hair trimmer ever created, the new and improved Lawnmower 3.0.
When your balls are empty from jacking off nonstop, it's going to be a lot harder to shave them, so you need the Lawnmower 3.0.
Yeah, you need precision.
Yeah, this third-generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to prevent manscaping accidents. Millions of balls are about to be nick-free thanks to Manscaped's advanced skin-safe technology. And when we say this is premium, it's because it is premium. The battery lasts up to 90 minutes for those extra long trimming sessions. There's an LED light to illuminate grooming areas for a closer and more precise shave. And let's not forget the charging stand. You're going to want to show this baby off. And this intelligently designed stand, it also has a rapid charging dock powered by USB. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Get yourself or the special man in your life the best gift of all this Valentine's Day, the Manscaped Lawnmower 3.0. It's a gift both for you and for her or him, whatever floats your boat. Mm-hmm. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code WEIRD at manscaped.com. Always use the right tools for the job. Your balls will thank you. Again, that's 20% off plus free shipping with the code WEIRD at manscaped.com. Stay sexy this Valentine's Day. Manscaped those nuts.
And this episode is also sponsored by HelloFresh. HelloFresh! Get mouthwatering seasonal recipes and pre-measured ingredients delivered right to your door with HelloFresh. That's America's #1 meal kit. HelloFresh makes cooking at home fun, easy, and affordable. Break out of your dinner rut with 22+ seasonal chef-curated recipes to choose from each week. There's something for everyone, including low-calorie, vegetarian, and family-friendly recipes every week.
HelloFresh cuts out stressful meal planning and prepping so you can enjoy cooking and get dinner on the table in just about 30 minutes or even 20 minutes with their quick recipe options. And HelloFresh is flexible to fit your lifestyle. You can add extra meals or lunches to your weekly order and easily change your delivery days or food preferences, skip a week whenever you need. We're both pretty comfortable in the kitchen at this point, but what we love about HelloFresh is getting to try out so many new and different recipes that we might not otherwise choose to cook. HelloFresh not only is great for learning to cook, but it's also great for sharpening your skills, mixing things up.
Yeah. HelloFresh, it just starts at $5.66 per serving, but you can get an even better deal if you go to our link, hellofresh.com/weeklyweirdten, and use the code weeklyweirdten during HelloFresh's New Year's sale. You'll get 10 free meals, including free shipping. Again, that is 10 free meals with free shipping at hellofresh.com/weeklyweirdten using promo code weeklyweirdten.
All right, now on to the headlines. Well, okay, fuck. Actually, wait. Another week, another Mike Bloomberg ad that we simply must show you.
Lie, 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 unfair, lie, lie, lie. Lie, 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 lie.
And yeah, that goes on for 2.5 minutes. Obviously, you watch 5 or 10 seconds of it, you get it. But it goes on for 2.5 minutes, and no, it's still just the gingerbread man saying lie, 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 just over and over again, standing on Trump's shoulder. That's it. Someone had to animate that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Probably just some.
It looks like a Snapchat filter or something.
Yeah, I just
download the Mike Bloomberg Snapchat filter where a gingerbread man gets on your shoulder and calls you a liar for 5 minutes.
I mean, it's cool that that shit posters are getting paid.
Yeah.
But wow, this man.
He is very disconnected from the youth.
Yeah.
And this is not an endorsement. We are making fun of him by showing these videos.
In fact, if you vote for Mike Bloomberg, the door's right over there, buddy.
Yeah.
See yourself out.
Mm-hmm. Now we can get to headlines, though. Starting with Alberta Member of Parliament apologizes for asking female member if she's considered sex work.
Yeah, this was wild. They couldn't have come from a more incel-looking Minister of Parliament up there. I'll just show the clip right here. It's ridiculous.
I would just respond to that by asking the honourable member across the way if it's a area of work that she has considered, and if that is an appropriate.
So yeah, you can understand why everyone else in the court is just like, what?
Excuse me, what?
Excuse me? Like she was.
Pardon me?
Because she was like, they were talking about like sex workers and how like a sex worker had recently been killed, and she was basically making the point is just like, well, if like maybe if this was decriminalized, it would be safer for everyone involved. And then he replied with like, I guess what I would ask you is, have you considered sex work then?
Because I would pay you for sex right now.
Yeah.
And then everyone else in the room was like, I'm sorry?
Sorry?
What did you say?
Sorry?
I'm sorry?
I need to get to Jamaica.
I got a plane to catch.
Hopefully no jeez,
YouTube
got the
pranksters.
coronavirus.
Yeah.
Speaking of Canada, Ottawa businessman tells incredulous judge he burned $1 million cash to keep it from his ex-wife.
I like a good spite.
Yeah, thing is, this guy might be lying. Because he's like, well, no, I didn't film it, but I did it.
Also, there's no evidence.
The money's all gone. I took it out of the bank and I went and burned it, so she couldn't have it. I mean, if he's
like that guy that died with all the cryptocurrency and no one knows where it is.
Yeah, but that was an accident.
Died.
Yeah, well, was it an accident?
Yeah.
This guy, the judge doesn't believe him. He's just like, well, this is bullshit. I'm sending you to jail for 30 days because you're in contempt of court.
Okay, so he goes to jail for 30 days and then he gets his $1 million, right? If he actually didn't burn it?
Yeah.
There's no way to prove that he didn't burn it.
If he did fucking bury it somewhere, I guess so.
What's 30 days? In Canadian jail?
Yeah.
A breeze.
It's like gotta be just fucking, it's a Best Western, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I don't really know for sure. I'm sure someone from Ottawa will tell you.
Bring you your tray of Timmy's every morning.
You watch a little bit of hockey during the day, and then you go to sleep with a maple syrup hangover.
Yeah. If he did actually burn the money, though, that was really dumb. He should have.
Yeah.
He should have just, I don't know, like, donated it. That would have been cool. But also, it's like, even if he's telling the judge, like, I don't have this money anymore, they're still going to, like, divide his assets between him and his wife.
Yeah, but he gets that $1 million cash somewhere.
I guess. It's a strange strategy.
Yeah.
This guy's also run for office a bunch of times. Canada's got, this behavior also feels very American, so it's kind of cool to see Canadians acting this way.
Yeah. Ex-Prime Minister David Cameron's bodyguard left gun in airplane toilet. Oops.
He also left his passport and David Cameron's passport in the airplane loo. Just like someone went in there to take a shit and just like, oh, there's a gun on an airplane.
And the passport for David Cameron?
And the former Prime Minister, his passport.
You know how fucking terrifying of a situation that would be to be the person who finds that stuff? Like, wait, how do I even tell a flight attendant what is happening?
Yeah, look, I don't want to upset anyone here.
Yeah, no, as soon as you say that, everyone on the plane's gonna be like, oh God, wait, hold on.
Hey.
Guys, I'm not trying to freak anyone out.
Look, I'll just do this step by step. So I had to take a shit. Actually, you don't need to know that. It was number one. I went to the bathroom.
I was just doing my hair.
So I was going to the toilet.
Yeah.
For normal reasons. Yeah. And, I'm in there, I'm doing my thing. I look over on the counter. There's a gun. There's a gun in there.
What?
A firearm.
You've got a gun?
No, not me.
No, this guy's got a gun.
Also, the Prime Minister's passport. Okay, buddy.
Okay, we got a crazy man with a gun on the plane.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, like, how do you even approach the subject? Because, like, even if you're just trying to get, like, it would be obvious to other passengers, like, you're trying to, like, get the attention of a flight attendant, like, hey, I'm not trying to freak everyone out right now. As soon as you say I'm not trying to freak people out.
You leave, there's someone waiting, you're like,
don't come in here.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to stand here with the door almost completely
Can
closed
you please
against
go
my
get
body.
someone? Yeah, no, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
That is a terrifying situation. We haven't even glossed over the fact that this is a fucking dumb move from this bodyguard.
Yeah, I think he may have lost his job over it.
And rightfully so.
Yeah. Also, why does David Cameron need an armed guard with him everywhere he goes? He's just a citizen now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who's coming after David Cameron?
Well, he's obviously not paying a premium.
A
Anyways,
company sent in Ohio, man, 55,000 copies of the same letter.
That's a task. They've given you a job. Well, a zero-paying job.
Well, it sounds like he only needed to open one of them. It's just a little...
No, but he has to get rid of all of it.
Yeah, that's... Because, it was basically a truckload of the same letter. Yeah, that would be kind of difficult to get rid of. But,
Yeah, and then you have to check each one to make sure one isn't different out of all of them. Oh, he missed the important one.
Yeah.
The one where he
geez,
says that we
buddy.
get to take his house.
Yeah, it was from like his student loan company. So,
One for every dollar.
yeah. So these people that, they're charging you like 10% interest on your student loans, they need that money for all the like duplicate mail they're sending out. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you send out 55,000 letters instead of just one.
And nobody notices.
Yeah.
Nobody notices where they're mailing these from.
Yeah, because it's all just automated.
Yeah. Well,
Cool.
that sucks for him. Mm-hmm. It definitely cost him money to dispose of that. Whether it's in his personal time wasted,
Yeah.
getting a truck to take it all.
It's just a burden.
Yeah, it's a fucking burden.
Big burden.
Yeah. Should have had a big bonfire. Mm-hmm. Man finds 6-foot snake in couch while digging for keys and cushions. These aren't my keys.
Horrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just like, I don't know, it's not my snake. I don't know how the snake got in my house.
Well, it's cold out. Maybe, does he live in a cold area?
I don't know, he lives like somewhere in the south.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be chillier than usual, but how does a big old python, like they're not native, are they?
When we were on tour, the guitarist for the band had a snake. He brought it on tour. It got loose in the bus. We didn't find it for days. It was alive in the back.
Yeah, they like to hide out.
Yeah. Just happy it was alive.
They're reclusive animals, and yeah, it's scary because like they could be hiding somewhere. You're gonna sit down and like kill
Crush
them.
them. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't.
Well, we were
wanna
all
do
just
that.
scared. Like, not that it was. I mean, it could bite
while
you.
you're taking a nap, come
Yeah.
wrap around your throat.
Or just crawl on you and you freak out and kill it.
I don't really. I mean, a lot of people have problems with snakes. I don't really have problems with.
Yeah, I'm not too scared of a snake.
non-venomous snakes. Like I'll hold them and shit.
Yeah.
But, I would not like waking up in the middle of the night to a snake crawling all over my body. I think my immediate reaction would be,
Nor would I like finding one on a couch.
no.
Yeah.
Not when you're not expecting it.
No.
Police search for child in distress, turns up screaming goat instead.
Great.
I mean, they do sound like people.
Yeah.
There was that whole meme like 10 years ago or whatever. Where
Yeah.
You replace like people with goats.
Yeah, I made the Skrillex Goat remix
The
video.
Skrillex goat remix. They sound. The sound of goats is upsetting, and I hate it because it sounds so human. It just sounds like a person just being like,
Yeah.
The even worse is like cats. When they're hungry, like stray cats, they make baby noises.
Yeah.
So you hear them at night, and you're like,
Well, it's
is
like
there
the,
a fucking baby in a dumpster?
It's
what
like
the
that
fuck?
story from, I think it was from Florida, where the parrot was crying for help.
Help!
Yeah.
Help me!
I'm still convinced there was some shady shit going on.
Yeah,
Where did the
probably.
parrot learn it?
Yeah.
But this goat, I mean, the goat was in distress, so maybe they took care of that.
I mean, probably not. Goats, they scream like people all the time. Whether or not they're in distress. They're just goats.
Yeah. Liquor pours out of water faucets after booze contaminates well. Cool.
Yeah.
I wouldn't drink it because...
This was in India. Some bar closed, but they had like 1,000 gallons worth of liquor left over. And instead of like taking it, whoever was in charge of clearing the place out just dumped it all in the nearby well.
As you
It's
do.
like, that's a ton of booze. What
Yeah.
are you doing? But yeah, it poisoned the well. Now
Great band.
The faucets, all they had, it's just every booze possible. It's like Long Island iced tea when they
Yeah.
pour
Yeah.
it out.
It's like when you go to the soda machine and get all the flavors in one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of now it's pretty cool, but they don't have access to like tap water, which is
bad.
it's not great. Can't really cook or hydrate or take a bath.
Or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So blessings they can be curses.
Yeah, it's like a monkey's paw wish.
Yeah.
Well, I wish all the faucets had liquor coming out of them.
Oh, geez, I'm getting thirsty.
Yeah.
And not for this. Yarn made from human skin could soon be stitching up your wounds. So they're basically...
I just don't think that would be aesthetically pleasing.
Well, it doesn't look like doesn't have like hair growing out of it.
No. Okay.
It doesn't look like skin, but I do wonder what it tastes like. May I try the stitch, the yarn, please? Because
Very interested.
because they make it from like your cells or some shit.
I would never taste anyone else's yarn
Yeah,
skin.
no, I'm only my own.
Yeah. Delicious.
But yeah, it's pretty cool because like your body rejects like everything you put in it. Like some people get infections from stitches. This would solve that.
Yeah.
Could heal your wounds a lot better than usual.
Could, sure.
Could.
German artist uses 99 smartphones to fool Google Maps with fake traffic jam.
996 smartphones.
Luftballons!
Yeah, he pulled them in a fucking like wheelbarrow, just like down the
great.
street, just like haha, and just you could see the map just turning red.
Yeah.
It's like, oh god, major traffic jam.
Yeah,
no one's even moving.
All those people that live in neighborhoods that hate Waze, they should do this.
Yeah,
It's the easiest way to do it.
pay a local boy to
Roll around town in a
it up.
wheelbarrow.
Yeah, just order. Well, it might be a little harder this time of year with the coronavirus, but order a bunch of shitty, cheap smartphones off of Alibaba.
Yeah.
Head to the local neighborhood
Tell the kid to
wheelbarrow
go.
boy.
You're like, just have Google open in the background and Waze open in the background and play your Pokemon Goes on there. You got a bunch of phones to play your Pokemans.
Yeah.
Go nuts. Solve two problems. The kid's busy. You don't have traffic that might potentially kill other kids. It's all good.
Yeah. Mumbai tests traffic lights that stay red if you honk your horn.
How about that?
And the test, it doesn't look like it worked. Like, they showed footage of it, and they're like, isn't this a great idea? But it's just like, people just kept honking more.
Well, yeah. Of course they would.
No one understood what was happening. They're honking more.
Yeah, because people behind you are going to be like, okay, buddy, it's been red for too long. Like, we all know the unspoken rule.
It's okay.
Yeah, the light is probably broken. You can go ahead and go. And then it's just, the people are still there to this day, sitting at that traffic light.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Villagers in India dress up as bears to scare off more than 2,000 monkeys.
Then they all got drunk on that tap liquor.
And it sounds like it worked. Like, you see, because there's like, these monkeys are terrorizing this town. They're pickpocketing people, stealing their food. And so now the town like chipped in to buy these 2 like bear suits. Now when the monkeys are around, they're like, get the bear suit. And they send out 2 bears. They're like, get the fuck out of my town.
Well, that's the problem, though, is those monkeys are going to learn.
Yeah,
They're not going to be scared, and then a real bear is going to come.
Yeah, it might.
And then the real bear is going to get destroyed by all the monkeys.
Yeah. Well,
Just a little bear carcass sitting there afterwards.
I don't know. Who would win? 2,000 monkeys or
One bear boy.
an actual bear?
Well, I guess we'll find out soon.
Yeah.
Didn't see it coming. Blind man sees again after being run over.
I just needed to give it a good tap.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, this seems legit. Like, I thought it was bullshit, but they're not sure why. They don't think it was the car accident. They think, like, whatever weird combination of drugs they gave him for, like, his broken hip from the car accident must have done something
Why
to,
aren't they
like,
funding
his
this?
eyes. I don't know. Like, they should
thing.
probably look into this more.
Also, it's like when those people get, like, hit on the head and then they can speak a different language fluently.
I don't know if that's true. I think they get, like, a foreign accent. No one learns to speak another language. Just
I don't know, Elliot. I've read a lot of pretty convincing articles on Facebook groups. I'm kidding. I don't have Facebook. So, there you go.
Joe Biden kisses granddaughter on lips during Iowa rally.
It's not the first time either. He loves his granddaughter.
Yeah, when we say granddaughter, like, this is an adult woman. Or at least, I don't know, late teens.
Yeah.
And, he's kissed her on the mouth a lot.
Yeah. The best
It's
joke
the
I
thing
saw
he
online
does.
was, I wish someone would kiss me like the way Joe Biden kisses his granddaughter.
Yeah. I mean,
The picture is unsettling.
it is unsettling. Yeah,
Yes.
that's the big thing. It's just like, it's cool, I guess. Every family has different traditions. But for a guy who's already known for getting a little too handsy, a little too close around, like, women of all ages,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, of course he kisses his granddaughter on the fucking lips. Of course Joe Biden does that.
Yeah.
Also, Joe Biden ate shit in Iowa.
Yeah, he
and
did.
Feels good, man.
Yeah.
His vote total in the Iowa caucus, which we're still not clear on,
Yeah.
but we're pretty clear on the fact that Joe Biden did not do well.
Good.
So that's good.
What do you mean people don't like me kissing my granddaughter on the
Come
lips?
on, you know me. I'm Obama's friend.
I kiss my grands. I'm the old man that kisses the young girls. Man accused of trying to pay prostitute with hamburger caught in police sting.
It's worth a go.
Yeah, but so with this, like, it's like,
Well, he showed up And they're like, hey, you want to have a good time? And he's like, well, can I have your phone number? I don't have like the money for it right now. And she's like,
Oh, okay.
and then
So he did plan on paying.
well, I don't know. It sounds kind of like entrapment. The guy is also like a former like sex offender though. So I mean, he probably
got a couple of strikes there.
Yeah, but like the undercover cop's like, well, it's fine. Like, what do you got in that bag there? And he's like, cheeseburger. And she's like, fine, you can get it.
I'm so hungry, I could fuck you for
pay me with the cheeseburger and let's go. And he's like, all right. And they're like, ha,
Gotcha.
got you. Going away for a long time, buddy. He's like, well, can I at least eat my hamburger?
Yeah, please. Please just give him the hamburger.
And final headline, Florida troopers find narcotics in bag labeled bag full of drugs.
That's a good misdirect. Why would I keep drugs in this bag of
Officer,
drugs?
I'd have to be a moron to keep my
You're
drugs
an
in this
absolute
bag.
idiot. Hey, don't look in the bags full of drugs and say bags full of... That's just a funny bit. I'm a real funny guy.
Yeah.
Local class clown.
They probably, that's...
It was a lot of drugs, though, wasn't it? It was like...
Yeah, and there was like GHB in there, like the date rape drug. Like, this wasn't like, this wasn't just some like swag weed. This was some serious drug dealing.
Yeah, well...
So, yeah, next time don't put it in the bag that's labeled bag full of drugs. Just a pro tip for all you drug dealers out there.
Yeah.
For free.
Yeah.
There you go.
Anyways, that's it for this week's episode of Weekly Weird News. Thank you for joining us. Be sure to check out our most recent podcast over on our Patreon page. Thank you for the sponsors sponsoring this episode. And if you want to watch more content, it's right over here, including a brand new episode of News Dump and a new Tech News Day. And we'll see you next time.
Enjoy.
Bye-bye.